everyone, this is Sheshe coming on to do a tutorial on how to create sprays on your card. I said I would come back and do some more advanced videos. So this is an example of what we're going to create today. This type of spray on your cards, and I thought I would come on and show you the products I use. These products are affordable, so I'll put the links in the description box below where you can get some affordable dyes to make something similar to what I have created on this card. Now these other dyes I use, they don't come from the same website, but the flowers is what I'm going to focus on today. Okay, so the dyes that I'm using today, they come from a line of craft store. You can buy one set or two, it's up to you. It's just easier when you have multiple sets because you can cut out as many flowers as you wish. They're around $1 or so, depending on when you see this video. I don't know how much it's running right now, but I picked these up for $1 and some change. So I do plan to order more because it's just faster to cut out many flowers at once. So that's the basis of the flower that we're using on the card. And then to create the different elements of the card, like these different flowers and the leaves, I'll share what I'm using. So these are the leaves I'm using, so I will leave the links to where I got these little leaves. So this helps when you're building your sprays. And then this is another set that helps when you are putting the different elements to build up the spray. So I'm going to use this piece, I'm going to use this piece, and I plan to use this piece. So you can use all these little type of pieces to build up your arrangement. They sometimes don't look like much, but you want to look for things like this when you are building your sprays. It just gives it more of a beautiful look. And I mean, you can use other pieces if you wish, but this is what I selected in my spray bouquet on my flower arrangement. So these three pieces in addition to these two leaves and this flower set. Okay, so you know, I may use these other pieces in the future, but for now just these three pieces is what I'm going to use today. Okay, and then you pick a color scheme. So in this arrangement, as you can see, I use some purples and some yellows and a little bit of orange I put at the top, and then you see some turquoise kind of blues, and it just really made the arrangement pop. And then you see my greenery, and then you know, I put some stamens in the center, some you see some little seed beads in there. It just really gives it a lot of texture, and just it makes it look really more realistic on my card. So, and then you want to also emboss the arrangement. It gives it more 3D effect. Okay, so that's just my suggestion. Okay, so the colors I'm going to choose today, I'm going to make my flowers blue and purple, but the main flower is going to be blue. This flower right here is going to be blue. So I'm going to stop talking, and then I'm going to get into the coloring process. I'm going to cut out the flowers. I did do some preparation before the video. Okay, so I hope you enjoy. I hope you like what I do, and I hope it's helpful. once you have watercolored your flowers, I'm going to punch a hole in the center of 3 of the largest and 3 of the middle size flower, a medium. I'm using this tool right here. I'm going to use this side right here, which is, let's see, what size is this? Doesn't say. Oh, the 1/8 inch. Okay, so I'm just going to line these up like so, and punch a hole in the center. And what I'm going to do is thread some stamens through the center. So I'm just going to punch a hole right through the center. It's really hard to see what I'm doing. So it's just like that. Okay. And then let's do this again. Hopefully I'll get it through the center this time. Then we're going to take some hot glue and glue the stamens right in the middle. Okay, that was a little better. Then you're going to do the medium size. Now this one you have to be really, really careful to get it in the middle. Because if you're outside the middle of it, it will mess up the whole flower. I'm just going to do 2 and leave the bottom for like covering it up and being easier to glue onto the page or the paper. Okay, so we got that done. All right, and then I'm going to get my hot glue gun going so we can get a few of these stamens. These also come from Aliexpress. They're really inexpensive. So you just need a few. So I'll just get like 3 like this, and you know, cut them. That's enough. So I get my scissors here. And twist them. And we're going to shape them first and then go from there. So I'm going to get my tool out and we're going to go from there. Okay, we're using the 5mm to shape them. Let's zoom out just a tad. Now, this is what we're using for shaping. Three at a time. we're going to shape them up, and we're just going to go this way and cup them up like so. All right, again, cupping them up. So the flowers are going to go that way. All right. So that's how it looks so far. And also this one. Now I'm going to use a low temperature hot glue gun, and I'll show you what it looks like. I got this from Tuesday Morning a long time ago. And I'm also using low temperature hot glue. You want to make sure you get the right hot glue for the right hot glue gun. Okay, so I have these three. And I'm going to warm that up right now. It doesn't take long for the hot glue to warm up, but once it's warm, then you want to be quick about it because it does dry pretty fast. So here's the hot glue gun that I'm using. And as you can see, it's a low temp. Okay, so I have my stamens right here. I'm not using many for the large. And then for the medium, I'm just going to take two and fold those over, and it'll just be like four going through. And so I'm going to get one of those mediums, and that'll be my bottom to cover up the hot glue. So that'll be another one. So let's see, we'll do this one and this one, and then this I'll put some seed beads in. And here's one more. Okay. Okay, what you want to do is, you can use a needle if you want, but I take some hot glue and I just thread it through. Well, I take some hot glue and it's low temperature hot glue, and I just stick it through all the little stamens, and it's glued on, so it's easier to thread through. So then I just take it and I thread all my little flowers on, so it's easier. And then I'll glue each flower to the stamen, the bundle of stamens. So they're all like that. Okay, and then I'll just go through each layer and add some hot glue. So hopefully I won't have any trouble. my hot glue gun. So because it's not one of those precision tip ones, so I'll just add some glue right here like that. And then I'll slide on the other flowers and it'll stick to it just like that. Then I'll go through the other layer, give it some more glue like right around there, and then I'll slide this one up just like that. And then once all the flowers are up there like so, then I'll give it some more glue like right around here. And then that dries really quickly. And then you can clip off the ends with some scissors. And then it's ready to go on a project. And then you can like do something with the little glue strings. But there is your flowers like that. And it's ready for a project. Okay, so now we're going to get ready for the sprays. Now for this flower right here, I'm going to add some clear seed beads. So I'm just going to layer these up. So this will go inside this flower right here. We're just going to offset it a little bit. Just like that. See how that is? And then this one will go inside this one. So that's what I have so far. And let's see, where's my seed beads? It's the clear ones. I got these from Tuesday Morning. They're the micro beads. And I just have a little spoon right here. Really don't need much. So I'm just gonna get a little bit of glue here. Like that. And spoon in some like this. That's pretty much all you need to fill this up. So that's how it looks. Then whatever extra, you can just pour back in the little container. So I think that's all going to stick. Inside this flower. It's like really pretty. Just to give it a different look. Okay, so now we're going to get ready for our spray. Hopefully this video is not that long. And yeah, that's all there is to the different flowers. We're going to try some sculpting. Just need to plug in my camera. It's starting to get low battery. Okay, here are some extra pieces that I plan to add to the spray. So this piece right here, I am going to add, and I'm going to add this piece. So what you want to do is flip it over, take your embossing tool, and just give it some curl like that and like this. And for some of these pieces, I just, give it a little bit of curl like that, and that gives it some dimension. All right. For this one, I will give it some dimension like that, and then for this part, I go in like that, so it gets a little bit of dimension that way. You can see it in person. It doesn't look like much here, so we'll do that again. On each little, I don't really know what these are called, but I just give it some dimension like that, and then just go in like so, and that gives it that extra something. Same thing here, give it some curl, and then turn it over and that just, when you glue it in, it looks more realistic. For this element, I turn it over and I just emboss this little flower piece right here and give this a little something. And then for the leaf part, I press that in while the leaf, or the stem, I press the stem in while the leaves still puff out. So again, I'll repeat those steps. Turn it over. We're just going to press in the stem. So here we have all these pieces embossed and ready to go on the spray. They're different colors. Here's the leaf portion that's going to go down first. Embossing the leaf. You want to hit each leaf petal, giving it some texture. You flip the leaf over and then you just go on the stem and press the stem down so that the leaf sticks out more. And then I just cut the leaf up a little bit because I don't need the full leaf, so I'm just going to do this part Alright, so now we're ready to get our element that we're going to glue this to. And it's going to be a light blue piece. So I'm going to get that ready. And what you want to try, like for, you know, to make it easy, is to, like if you want to do it on the side, this is what I start out with. You know, I usually glue my flowers on the left side. So, you know, and then sometimes, you know, if you want to start at the top and glue it this way, these are, you know, some tips that I give when, you know, for beginners when you're doing the sprays. So I'm going to get some glue here. So for your first spray, you want to glue it like in 3 different spots. You don't want to put too much glue on there. So I'm just going to glue down the leaf. So one major spot here, one at the top, and one right here. So I'm going to stick that right on the side, like so. So we still have some leaf sticking out. Okay, and then because it doesn't go all the way to the bottom, we're going to continue the leaf, or if you want, you can flip it this way. It's all up to you, but we're going to continue it right here, so it's more of a leaf. So I'm going to give that more glue right here and make this part more full. And we don't put any glue here or here, so it sticks out. Okay, then what you want to do is start adding your main pieces. So what you want to get ready is your focal point. So the focal point is going to be the big flower. So we're going to add the big flower here. Okay, and then we're going to have a middle flower right here, and then the other flower we just did will go somewhere like right here, like that. Okay, so it'll all line up like that. But then you'll need some fillers to fill in all the extras. So I'm going to get my hot glue gun going because these flowers are, you know, bulky, and they're going to need some extra glue to stick onto the project. So I'm going to stick that, plug that in so it'll heat up so we can get that ready. So then I'm going to get these pieces going. So we're going to have one going on this side and one going on this side, and we're going to have this going up at the top, and we'll have one going on the side to give it some color, and same thing with this. We'll have one going on the side and one going on another side, you know, just to fill it in. Okay, so just waiting for my hot glue gun to heat up. And then we'll stick everything down. it's going to look really, really pretty. So for the first element, I'm going to glue that in. It's going to be hard to tuck down. And then for this one, it's going to go right there. Okay, let's get the glue going. Stick that down right there. It's okay if you have strings. Let's pull those off. All right, then this piece will go in here. So we'll tuck that in. So I'll just give this some glue and stick this in here. For some reason it dried too fast. Let's try this again. Stick this down. This one, stick right here. And this one will tuck in here. And then for this one, we'll tuck up here. I may just put some glue on this one. Maybe a lot easier. And this one we may stick in here. Or somewhere in here. So put some glue right here and stick that in here. Okay, I think it needs one little something right here, so I'm just going to, I made a little tiny flower off camera, and I'm just going to stick it right in here as one little splash of color. And I think it turned out really, really pretty. So, yeah. So you can just build on your sprays and put all kinds of flowers and pieces and do a collection of pieces and just build on that. And then you can just add your sentiment in there. But the more elements you add, or you can tuck this behind that, or I could add another leaf, like a little swirl here. So I think I'll do that instead. And just tuck a leaf in there, like this. So there's not too much white. I think I like that better. Okay, so I hope you found that helpful and you will give this a try. Take care, and I hope you have a fabulous day.